Alright, B by 40 here with a video I did just for a friend so he can see himself in a game on YouTube. But the friend's name here, you can see him up in the right there, it's AimGod, just recently friended. He's been checking out some of my videos, leaving comments, and just started chatting with him and decided to friend each other here on Roblox so we could play together. He's kind of, I think, probably a little newer to Zombie Rush than I am, because you can tell by the scores. But I have to say, the game, even though it's had a lot of problems in the past, they're getting better. I'd have to admit that the game is getting a little better as far as the game itself. The developers have not gotten any better. They're still banning people and resetting people for no reason, no good reason. Unfortunately, I know several friends, players who really used to love this game, play all the time, who've been banned from it for really not a good reason at all. No proof of doing anything illegal, no glitching, no hacking, just because they had high levels. They said, oh, you can't get high levels. They're just assuming that you can't get high levels unless you cheat somehow, which is just absolutely wrong for them to do something like that. Especially to do this to kids. I mean, kids who've been, played this for years, just really loved this game for many years. All of a sudden, developers would just ban them for no reason after devoting so much of their time to this game and spending a lot of money on this game. Buying nuke launchers or band hammers or whatever. It's not right. It's just absolutely wrong. So it's why I come kind of hesitant to publicize their game, because they don't deserve it with the way they've been treating a lot of different players. But my friend likes this game, so I thought I'd do a video for him and get him on here. And maybe one of these days the developers will come to their senses and realize that they're just shooting themselves in the foot. I mean, I've said this on another video, that I used to, back in 2020, 2021, something, I used to like to scroll down through the servers till I found a server with only 1 or 2 players in it, so that I could maybe start at the beginning of a wave, early wave, start at the beginning of a game, or help out other players to get to higher waves. So if you watch my videos, you see I primarily do instruction videos to help players learn how to play different games and be better at playing these games. So but anyway, in the past, it would take me, 10 minutes to scroll down through all the servers, because there would be, 200 servers. This game was so popular and everyone enjoyed it and was playing it, having fun. But now, because there may be several reasons for it, I don't know. I think the 2 of the primary reasons is number 2, not the biggest one, but the number 2 reason is they're modifying the game so much. It's gone through some evolutions and some aches and pains. They've had some failures, basically, is the way I would put it. They tried modifying the AI tracking a couple of years ago, and it was a major disaster. They tried other things that have just been disasters, but I can understand those. I mean, I've suggested before that they've had a kind of a test server where they would introduce things before releasing them in the full game, and they did that with the nuke launchers. They released them, and I was able to play around with a nuke launcher in their test server just for the fun of it. And there was a lot of problems with it at the time. They hadn't fully developed it yet, and they were still working on it. But what they need to do, which I've suggested before, is get a list of some of the top players in this game, most experienced players that played it the longest and very familiar with the game, and invite them into a server where they can test out an update before they release it. It would save them a lot of heartburn and headaches and a lot of troubles with problems with the game. You can work out all these bugs prior to releasing it, but as far as I know, they just don't do that. And you get all these issues with the different updates that people just it's crippled the game or ruined the game in some cases in the past. And now they've been deleting all the old favorite maps. I mean, there's about a dozen maps they've gotten rid of. They get rid of both of the old forest maps. They get rid of the depot, the castle, the hospital, Morpheus, and a few others. The old catacombs is gone. So, and these are all maps that everyone had fun playing. I mean, it's just what we were used to, what we grew up with, you know. So, well, not me personally, but a lot of kids grew up with these things and they really enjoyed it. Now it's just, I mean, some of the new maps are really impressive. I'm very impressed with the new catacombs. Pinewood Forest compared to the old forest maps, much more detailed and much more advanced than the original maps. But the other ones were fun to play. Just, I mean, it all comes down to fun. I mean, your kids having fun. And for some reason, the developers went on this crusade to ruin the fun of the game. And I don't get it. Especially this banning people for no legitimate reason. It's just absolutely wrong. And that's the other reason why this game has died off so much. Because even me, I'm afraid to play the game anymore. Because they never know when Fractured Skies or Homing Beacon might catch me in a game and ban me or reset me or whatever. And just, so I mostly play in private servers. But in this case, my friend here, we didn't have a private server. We went to open server. You see, we got a lot of different players in the game here. They're all having fun. But that's what a lot of people just like. They just won't play the game because they're just simply don't like because the developers have gone nuts. They really have gone crazy in just ruining the game for everybody. You can't sit back and relax and enjoy the game anymore without thinking that, oh, they might think I did something wrong and ban me. Not that you actually did anything wrong. Not that you were hacking or glitching out of the map or something, but you were just standing in the wrong place that they don't like, or using a nuke launcher. It's primarily, you know, this all started with the release of the nuke launcher. The nuke launcher created these problems with people being able to sit in one spot and just spam the nuke launcher, just keep shooting and shooting and shooting and never getting killed by the zombies because the nuke launcher is just overpowered. It's too strong. It's too much of a weapon for this game. It's overkill, and it really gives the player an unfair advantage over the zombies, and that the zombies can't even get near someone with a nuke launcher if you get in the right spot and fire it a certain location where I know now the nuke launcher has been modified to where it'll knock a player out. Player who fires it, if they fire it on top of themselves, it'll knock them off, knock them away. I don't know how far away you would have to be to keep the explosion from knocking you away. But I'm sure you can find places in any map where you can shoot nukes far enough away from you where they won't send you flying or affect your positioning, and you can just do it all day. And I know that's what's happening with leaderboards again. They're taken over by nuke launcher owners because they find places where they're pretty well safe on the map and just keep firing and firing, and you can do that all day long. But if you do, you risk the possibility of getting banned by the developers. You know, even though they sold you the weapon and they developed the maps, if you do something they don't like, they're going to ban you. So anyway, getting to the game itself here, what we're doing, you can see I'm following the strategy I did in another video where I introduced, I did my first video on the 10-year anniversary update. And I was running we've gotten the same cave map here, so I found, you just stand back here where I'm standing at the middle of this back railing, and the zombies, they just get kind of piled up in the ramp below. They just can't find you. They get a little confused. But I added a little twist to it this time. What I'm doing is I managed to earn the can of beans. And it's a great weapon for, see, I just threw one down there. It's a great weapon for distracting the zombies and getting them away from you. I mean, they will actually stop hitting. You saw that guy standing at the top of the ramp there. Those players, the zombie is trying to push his way past them. He wasn't hitting him. The can of beans just completely distracts the zombies. So when they stop piling up and going crazy like this, I just throw another can of beans, and they all run for the can of beans, and they leave all the players alone. So it's a great addition to running a strategy like this, and I use it a lot now. Now they've earned the can of beans. You know, the pipe bomb would do the same thing, but the pipe bomb explodes quicker, and it doesn't give you enough time, enough safe time away from the zombies, or as much. So the can of beans lasts a couple seconds longer, so it gives it time to recharge quicker, or by the time it explodes, you've only got about 3 or 4 seconds left for it to recharge, and you can throw it again. So that's why I like using the can of beans, even though you can't throw it as far as a pipe bomb. In this case, where I'm just dropping it down over the balcony, over this railing, it works out great, and it keeps the zombies off of us, at least every now and then. So a lot of the players, they're all just like, they're seeing that I'm doing this, and they see the zombies getting piled up down below from the can of beans, and they're all just shooting the zombies down below there. And so everyone's having fun. It's working out great. Everyone's having fun killing zombies and jumping and running around, and it was a good time here playing this particular run here. Now later on, you'll see that it just gets the zombies just they keep getting faster and stronger, and it just gets super crazy. They just can't keep up. And when the boss comes out, it throws everything off. You see at Wave 99, we're about to have the Wave 100 boss. They come out every 10 rounds on the 10, 20, 30, 40, all the multiples of 10. They come out on those rounds. So, and when he comes out here, I just can't save all the other players. And the boss does not go after a can of beans or a pipe bomb or anything. And they're just too strong. I have to, protect myself. I've got to run off and pull up my band hammer. And unfortunately, I send a few players flying. They just can't get out of my way. Now, AimGod's actually been pretty smart. He's a pretty smart player, pretty good strategist too. I mean, he realizes that he can't get in the way of my band hammer. But what he does is he jumps up on top of that little almost like a generator house on the right over there with a smokestack. You just jump up on that smokestack, and you can avoid being attacked by the zombies for a while. I got knocked out of there by the boss zombie, so I can't stay up there now and help fight any of these zombies. So they're all getting killed up there, unfortunately. See, nobody's left up here. Sadly enough, but there's one player. One player is still over there. So. But my band hammer, I just, again, I'll thank Quantum Spore again for getting that for me, because if it wasn't for that, I don't think I'd be playing this game very much. It's just an awesome weapon. I love it. I can go and go and go with that band hammer, killing these zombies like this and fighting to high rounds. It's been just a lot of fun. Made the game for me really, really fun. The band hammer did. I won't get a nuke launcher. I wouldn't let someone even give it to me, because it's just too much of a weapon. It's just not fit for this game. They never should have introduced that weapon. So, but anyway, this has been the strategy here. So you see AimGod and I are back behind the railing here, trying to keep the zombies from coming around up top. Try to keep them trapped inside this ramp. But the players in other positions around us kind of throw off the zombie tracking and bring the zombies up around the sides sometimes. This makes it a little harder to keep them under control. So as long as I keep throwing my can of beans, we can keep doing this for a long time. We actually went to about round 150, and we ended up getting killed by a zombie player. I didn't see him coming. I didn't see him sneak around the side because I was concentrating too much on killing the zombies in front, and I keep forgetting you get these assassins, these traitors that you do all this work to try to get everybody to high rounds, and if somebody dies, they go off and they just want to kill you. I don't understand that. It's really, I call them assassin traitors. They're just one of the things I really don't like about the game. But that's just a pet peeve of mine, these zombie players. And it's really bad if you ever play Zombie Rush testing. They're like 10 times worse in that game. You get a lot more assassins coming at you, zombie players. That's another thing too. I mean, to finish up what I was talking about, the number of servers and why this game is dying off, the evidence of why this game is dying off, and the proof that the developers are shooting themselves in the foot because they're getting a lot less, obviously getting a lot less business, a lot less players, a lot less customers that buy their game passes. Because I can go in there now. I actually went in one day this week and looked at the servers, and there was only 12 active servers. That was it. Other times it's around 20 to 24 servers at most. I think the most I've seen since the update is 30 servers active at once. So it used to be over 200. I mean, I could seriously just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling down through all the servers. And it would take me 5-10 minutes to get to the bottom, to where I could find a server with only 1 or 2 players. Now I only have to click more servers twice, and I see them all. They're all there. Like anywhere from, let's say around 20, give or take a half dozen servers active at once. That's it. So they can look at their own metrics, I'm sure, and look at the history of how many people used to play this game versus how many people are actually playing this game now, per day or per week or per month or whatever. And it's an obvious difference. It couldn't be more obvious. And I think those are the 2 major reasons I gave, and major reasons why this game is, I wouldn't say it's going to die, unless the developers give up. They can't afford to keep it going. But it has definitely fallen off dramatically from what it used to be, from the popularity that it used to have. It's not there anymore. So, but yeah, I mean, this was fun. This was a fun run here with my new friend here, AimGod. And everyone else was kind of realizing what we were doing and kind of falling in line. Now you see how they're all back here by but somewhere off to the side, see the kids standing on the side of it? And they're bringing the zombies around the edge. You got to stay behind this railing, or on top like AimGod is. Just stand on top of it or get behind it. And that will keep the zombies inside and keep them from jumping around. See that guy on the left, player on the left? All the zombies are going around after him because they can see him now. So if you want to try this strategy, you can't stand off to the side like that. You got to get right in the back of this railing. So yeah, but it was fun. Anyway, I'm gonna probably sign off and just let it run out. If anybody wants to just keep watching the game, watching how this turned out, you're welcome to just keep watching if you want to. I don't have much more to say about this strategy. It's just, as you can see, that can of beans just added an extra advantage to this working this strategy here. So I just keep throwing it over the railing. Just keep throwing it down. Pipe bombs would work too. If you had 2 or 3 players with pipe bombs and can of beans who have already earned those missions and already made it up to that point where they've earned those equipments, grenades, then you can do this too. It would help if there was someone else. I actually put in the comments earlier, I don't know if you saw it, but I asked if anybody else had a pipe bomb. Pipe bomb, I believe you get at 150 missions completed. And you get the can of beans at 300 missions. You complete 300 missions. And gosh, I'm over 400, well over 400 missions now. It's only been, what, maybe 2.5 weeks since the update came out. So it seems I've been playing a lot since this last update. And like I said, the game is now better than it has been since, gosh, 2021. Back before they started doing these updates and trying to come up with a better AI tracking, zombie tracking. This is pretty much the same tracking as they had back in that Easter 2021 update they did. Only it's much better. The zombies, they go around walls, they go up and down stairs and up and down ramps. They don't get stuck any. Well, they do still get stuck here and there now and then, but not nearly as bad as it was before. So this is a acceptable zombie tracking, and for the most part, it works pretty good. And it does make the game more challenging. The fortunate thing is they've kept the zombies nerfed. I mean, they're not very strong anymore. Not like they were back in 2020. Gosh, back when I started playing in 2020, when I first got my band hammer, I was lucky to make it to around 50. Even with using what skills I've learned with the band hammer. I've gotten better at it, obviously, over the years, but back then I figured out that you really have to use shift lock with the band hammer. You've got to lock yourself in a forward position to really battle the zombies. You got to keep the zombies in front of you and not ever turn around. If you don't have shift lock on and you move backwards, you turn around and expose your back to the zombies, and that's when they kill you, mostly. So, but if you put shift lock on, keep the zombies in front of you, you have much, much better results and success at fighting the zombies with a band hammer, or any melee weapon for that matter. Heck, it's funny. I wish I should have gone in and looked at all the secondaries, but I had to keep fighting at this high level. See, here comes another boss, and I got to pull out my hammer. I can't just stand there. See, he went over there after all the other players, and the other players are scrambling. And I'm just trying to I want to get the boss, but he's up next to another player, and I don't want to hit my friend up there and send him flying. But he's up on top of that house, which was fairly safe. But really, the only weapon I could fight him with is the band hammer. And the reason I use it so much is because when I kill other zombies, it rejuvenates my health. It restores my health. So I can keep fighting and fighting, keep swinging and swinging until I can kill the boss, knocking the other zombies out of the way, restoring my health. You see, I'm taking a lot of hits. I keep losing health, and of course I lose my shield. And my friend's still kind of safe up there, and the zombies, the boss is not hitting him, it's just kind of standing there. But he has to run now. Oh, that's the other kid, I think. I don't think that's AimGod. Oh, it's him. That's my friend. Yep, he's the headless avatar. Oh. So now I've got to try to get myself reestablished. I had to run. Felt like it was just too many zombies. I couldn't get them all because there was a lot of players there too. If I pulled my hammer back out, I would have sent them all flying. And I didn't want to hit the other players. I hate doing that. So I ran off and tried to drag some zombies with me or keep them away from the top. But I'm going to go and try to get back up there again. Try to get reestablished. Throw a can of beans. Get the zombies off my tail. It's really cool when you can use a can of beans like that. If you're trying to run away from the zombies, just drop a can of beans and you'll lose them. or a pipe bomb. So I'm going to throw another can of beans and divert that wraith brute away from me. So I don't have any zombies right on my tail. I can run back around and get back up there and hopefully get back in position. Gotta drop another can of beans here soon. I'll pull out my hammer. Yeah, I just dropped one. They're all coming up. I got messed up with my buttons. I couldn't keep my staff out, so I got to run off again. I get a little uncoordinated sometimes. Yep, it happens. Get them off my tail again. Try to get some more time to get set up there. I get a little hyperactive and get nervous and just hit the wrong buttons. Okay, so now I might be able to finally get things back under control. I'm free to drop another can of beans again here. There we go. And then I throw it down there and the zombies end up kicking it, knocking it around. It goes all different places, different directions. And you got to pick off these guys that spawn. That one just, I couldn't even see it because he ended up glitching. I was lagging, and I didn't even see that normal brute come up on my side because of the lag. And it just gets so overpowered up here. Now, there's my friend. I think I hit him. Yep, I sent him flying. He made it back up there, and I sent him flying. I'm going to check on him, throw a can of beans down there, hopefully help him. Keep the zombies off of him. So, yeah, it's getting real crazy. Here he comes. Oh, this is the other kid. There's my friend right there on the left. There you go. All right, finally. It took us like almost 3 rounds to get back in the position, get re-coordinated again, get the strategy working again. But it's hard to keep it going when you get to such a high round. When I was doing this by myself, I had to keep running off. I didn't have the can of beans at the time to help keep the zombies out of the way, or away from us. So I just had to keep running that loop that I was doing. Yeah, see, they kicked it way over there. Yep, anyway, I'm going to sign off and just let this run, and y'all are welcome to keep watching, see how it all turns out. It was a fun, it was fun. We're getting to a pretty high round. We ended up at round wave 150. That's where we finished up pretty much. You can see we're at over to the left is something else I wanted to point out that I picked up on about a week or so ago. If you look at my health bar with the shield, it says 182, 100. Right above it, it tells you now what your streak of waves is that you survived. And I believe now the developers modified the game to where if you come in late at a higher, instead of starting at round 0, at the beginning round 1, you don't have to do that anymore to get on a leaderboard. You could just go by your streak, how many waves you survive. So I believe the leaderboard is now based on your winning streak, not so much you're starting at wave 1 anymore, which is good. That's a good thing that they modify that. And the other thing I would like to see them do, I mentioned before, is to... Oh, the other kid it's my friend went down there, I think. Don't know how that happened. A zombie came up from the side there and got on the side of him, and I couldn't shoot him because players block your bullets. They block your shots sometimes. You can't shoot through players. You see how that zombie, I threw the can of beans and he stopped hitting me and he went after the can of beans. That's one thing that's really cool about it. You can zombies will run right past you to get to that can of beans. Hungry zombies. So you don't have to worry about coming into a game at the very beginning anymore to get on the leaderboard if that's your objective, to get high up on the leaderboard. You can come in at any time and start playing, and it just starts recording your winning streak, how many waves that you survived through, and that goes toward whether you're positioning on the leaderboard. So I don't know if I'm still on this one. I was at about 149 or something, and I was down at like number 9, probably number 10 now, or maybe not even on this leaderboard anymore. I don't remember. So, but anyway, all right, I'm finally signing off now. No more narration or commentary. I'm just going to let you guys just watch the game. Appreciate you guys checking it out. If you like it, give a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. That's one thing I really recommend. I do it quite often. Whatever video I go searching for, whether it's like yesterday, I was searching for how to. I've been trying to sell some sports cards on eBay. And I was wondering how can people sell the cards so cheap? So I wanted to check out videos on YouTube and what they do, how they ship them. And eBay has this standard envelope. They call it, not really an eBay envelope itself. You could take a regular envelope and print out this eBay standard envelope label. For anything under 3 ounces, it's good. It's cheaper than first class. And the only thing I was concerned about is that if you're shipping a sports card, you don't want to just put it in an envelope, because all these envelopes get fed through these machines. See, there's one of those assassins there. They get fed through machines at postal locations. And these machines are pretty rough on envelopes. I mean, they feed them through these rollers and sharp corners and turns and sorting and everything. And I would thought that sports cards would get damaged from these machines that they feed the cards through, feed the envelopes through. But I guess if you have to get these plastic protectors, I forget the exact word for what you put. They put the cards inside of, plastic sleeve, and then also an extra strength protector, a little flexible protector, not the solid plastic ones, because those will get damaged and broken, but a flexible protector, flexible plastic. not just a little plastic sleeve, but something a little stronger. And that, I believe, must be working because people are still buying sports cards at in eBay standard envelopes, and they're getting to them. And I guess they've been happy with the results. So I guess that's the way you have to do it. So I had to research that because I wanted to figure out. I want to make sure that I could send something safely, but also save myself and the customer cost on shipping, because shipping cost it just keeps going up every year. It just gets worse and worse all the time to ship things. I used to ship electronics like VCRs and DVD players and things like that, but I just don't do it anymore. It's just too darn expensive. You can't really make much of a profit on it anymore. So anyway, going off on a tangent and rambling. And here comes another boss. I'm gonna have to run again. I threw a can of beans first. Gotta pull out my hammer. Oh, another darn zombie player trying to kill me. Yeah, this damn these bosses they send me flying all the time. This guy here sends out these like shock waves when I guess he stomps his bone staff down on the deck, and it sends you flying. And he also, he just sent me all the way to the end of the map, along with some other zombies too, it looked like. So anyway, all right. Enjoy the video, I appreciate it. Yeah, give thumbs up. So after watching that video about eBay, I gave that guy I subscribed to him because it was a good video and he deserved a subscription. So I do to everybody that I research things on eBay. I mean on YouTube, and I watch videos I like. I subscribe to everybody that I like. And if just whatever video they produce that's good, I'll subscribe to them. Because it helps everybody on YouTube and doesn't cost anything. It doesn't affect you in any way. It doesn't cost you anything. And you just end up helping out everybody else. So I recommend that you do that for everybody every video you watch that you like, just subscribe to that YouTuber and help him out. Alright, thanks again, appreciate it, and enjoy the video. Bye.